Ghost are one of the mediums of communication as far as spirituality is concerned. Yet, you cannot tongues of the Holy Ghost, but you must know that even a witch also have their own tongues. Any man who decides to journey in the spirit, they are always opened up to the tongues or the language of the spirit. So, despite which side you decide to journey on, you shall be opened up to it. Because the language you use shall open you up in a space in the spirit. So if genuinely you say that you understand the things of the spirit, then means that equally the language of the spirit must be part of you. Now, the thing of the spirit, okay, you must know that realm is not just opened up because you have availed yourself, but that realm of the spirit can be opened up to you based on how you communicate out of your mouth in that space. Now, you see, the Bible says that now that the power of life and death is what? In the tongue. And therefore them that love it shall eat of its fruit thereof. Now, is it the power of life and death is in the tongue. Now, remember that by the tongue can give you access into life or access into death by that conversation. Now, both life and death are spirits. So, if by tongue a man can journey and they can be opened up into that which is of the spirit, means that by your own tongue you can create your availability in the spirit. So, it is not just enough that I'm born of the spirit. Okay, you are born of the spirit, but are you functioning in the same way of the spirit? Now, if a witch can come in your space, and then that witch does their own charms, and then your life is affected by the same charms, then you have to say that now you understand the things of the spirit. Now, if you truly are opened up with the things of the spirit, it means that the moment that man or that woman begins to do their own charms, you're supposed to be activated and opened up to know that somebody is doing something against your own life. Your spirit becomes a light, and you must know spirits have no boundaries. So it means that if something's happening somewhere, let me say for example, it's happening in Mombasa and you're in Nairobi, so a man is trying to deal with your life in Mombasa, your spirit needs to have the conversation that it can now intercept that conversation and get to know how to build you against that which is trying to be forced into your life. Okay, how does a man able to get the communication that something is happening in their atmosphere, and then they get to block it? Because you can be sleeping, then your spirit is awake. So you are sleeping, and then an attack is released into your life. But that moment you just wake up and just begin to pray. Now, how possible was it that you could get to capture those communications? And you must know, when a man is sleeping at night, their own spirit is not sleeping. Do you know that? Okay, let me know. Spirit don't sleep. So if you're sleeping, you don't think your spirit is sleeping. Because they don't have the need to sleep. There's no need for spirit to eat. There's no need for spirit to dress up or use phones. So you, when you're sleeping now, you must know your spirit is not sleeping. That's why you must know at night it is easier to do transactions with the spirits, even of men. If somebody wants to tie the spirit of a man, then they have to tie it when that man is asleep. Because when they are asleep, what happens is that their spirits arises beyond their physical bodies. So it is easier to capture your spirit because that time the spirit is more active than the flesh. When you see people praying, for instance, at 3 a.m., they don't just pray because they love prayer. Some people pray because they love prayer, others pray because they have understanding why they have to pray at night. Because in the realm of the spirit, you must know that time is so important, because in every sequence of time, there's always an opening in the spirit. So if you understand what are the concepts of the spirit, then you shall know at what time a portal is open for you to access that portal. When the moment you begin to understand how the watches operate, how the prayer watches operate, they shall understand now at what time does these portals open up. Now, if you see a message that this charm, you can only use it when the moon is on full moon, is when the moon is full moon. So you can't use that charm when the moon is on crescent until the moon becomes full. is when I can use it. It tells that now what powers that charm is that the moon has to cause the energy by the opening. Like it has to be on full moon before that charm can become effective. If that can be the case, then it means that even in salvation, in our own righteousness, there are things that can open us up in that which is of God. If you know what is the bargain when a man rises and prays at 12 midnight, then that man knows something that they need to carry on, because then something has been opened in that space. It is not of foolishness to wake up and pray. It's not of foolishness, because they understand that mystery.